Girls, what inappropriate questions about guys have you always wanted answered? If a girl wears a push-up bra and then you get her home and she takes it off, are you disappointed? Or could you tell all along that she was making the most of her assets? Or do you just not care either way because boobs? I can honestly say that taking a woman's bra off has never been accompanied by a sense of disappointment. Unless balled-up tissues fall out. I found that disappointing. Or a cock out of the bra? How do you prefer your ladies to be groomed down there? I don't really want hair in my mouth, but apart from that, it's their decision. It's my wife's decision. It's also my decision to not go down on her when she doesn't groom it. I just can't do it. Hair makes me gag. When you hug us, can you feel our boobs touching your chest? When I hug other girls, I never feel a difference, but since y'all are flat-chested, I always wondered if you could feel a difference. Yes, we can. We secretly love it. Secretly? Nah, smiley face. Well, okay, we obviously love it, but we don't cheer woohoo tits when we get a hug from a busted girl. Not super inappropriate, but do you guys really always think about sex? A lot of intelligent women I know seem to believe that, and even believe that every guy who approaches them wants sex. I don't really know if I believe that, but I personally think about sex a lot, too, lol. Also, do you really categorize a girl early on? As in, she's either girlfriend, hookup, or wife status? Or is that just a bunch of bullshit? Sex is definitely not always on my mind. Top 5 maybe, but there are more pressing matters, mostly. And no, I don't. Most of the time when I meet a woman, I'm not even thinking about them in a sexual/romantic way. More of a this is a person I can chat with thing. Gotta know them and if they're even interested in me. More often than I would like, but I have an exceptionally high libido. For me, complete bullshit. I usually decide if I'll bang someone immediately, and decide those other things as I get to know them. Yep. Physical attraction gets you on the list or keeps you off it, but where on that list you lie completely depends on personality, which takes a lot longer to figure out. A guy friend told me that guys measure their wieners. Is that really true? We don't all run off giggling to the bathroom together with rulers if that's what you mean. But yes, I'd say many young men break out the ruler when they're teenagers trying to figure out more about themselves. Yeah, it's tape measures. We have some class. Jokes aside, not everyone does. I haven't, for example. I think most guys do, but I've never measured mine. I've just never been next to a ruler and had a boner at the same time, and I've never been that curious about it. I'm sure I'm as average as it gets, and it gets the job done. I don't think I've ever directly measured it either, but I've compared it to my hand and measured that for an idea. What was the result? I'm told that it was the same length as from the base of your hand to the top of your middle finger. Spot on for me, and I haven't been able to ask anyone else. Within a cm or two, depends where you define the base of either part really. I'm not sure there's really a standard for either. Pretty late to the party, and this is not necessarily of sexual nature, but here goes. When you meet someone new and instantly bond with them, spend about 10 hours talking, have sex, sleep together. I'm talking about a very random, very special happenstance here, and I feel the giddiness of magic taking place. Does the guy get that too? How does he perceive our time spent together? Is it as special for him as it was for me? I wasn't holding that conversation on my own, you know, that dude was excited. The conversation opened like a web towards new topics, and no thread would reach an end. Update, you guys, he just replied. Read it, we did it. Thanks so much for all your replies. I'll fill you in later, smiley face. Yes. Why is taking a shit an event? Like why can I be in and out the bathroom in 10 minutes tops and men take half an hour or more? What do you do in there? How do your legs not fall asleep? No one in my family takes that long to drop anchor. Actually, I don't think any man actually takes that long. A lot of men use going number 2 and an excuse to take some brief personal time. People are unlikely to try and make any kind of demand of your time or even bother you at that point, so it's a good moment to escape from life's pressures. Then you can just say, I was taking a really big shit, and they'll leave the whole thing alone. I took on this behavior to get some alone time and read a book when I was with a very egoistic woman. Now, when I'm with a woman, I take my alone time when I need it and I don't have to go take a shit. I've always found something sexy about a guy who is married. Apparently it's a primal thing called mate poaching. Do you guys think there's something sexy about a married woman as well? Or is it just not as interesting since it's way less likely she'll sleep with you? I would feel like shit if I knew she was cheating on her husband/so. Just a real piece of shit for doing that to some dude I never met and never did anything to me. I was the one who she was being cheating with. The night was fucking awesome. Everything afterwards was the worst. And we also lost our friendship. Nope, not a thing at all. The same thing doesn't really affect men. We don't choose mates by pre-selection. We pick who we want, not pick someone because they've already shown favorable traits by being picked by someone else. It's the same reason why people hitting on our girlfriends pisses us off, whereas with women it's satisfying in a way, I'm told, because it lets you know that your man is desirable to other women and therefore good. Guys don't need or want that to determine how good our partner is. We don't groupthink in the same way. If we want something, we just go get it. There's no pre-selection involved. Actually, as a woman, I also get very pissed off when my so is hit on. I know he is great and he is mine. It's a very primal rage, like this is my mate motherfucker, find your own. Where do you get your endless self-confidence and ability for self-affirmation from? This is not meant to be a mean question, I'd really love to learn, tongue sticking out. Fake it till you make it. This guy knows what's up. I had horrible self-esteem and eventually just decided to pretend I didn't care what others thought. Kept doing that long enough that it became how I actually felt, and I'm now at a logical good level of comfort and ease about who I am. Unsurprisingly, other aspects of my life got better when my opinion of myself did, which just keeps that positive cycle going. Fake it, and never let anyone see differently. People turn to me to look for something solid when things are getting shaky, be it at work or at home. It's no good to anyone if I'm just as uncertain as everyone else around me, so I put the oh god, what the fuck are we going to do thoughts to the back of my head, try to ignore them, put on a brave face, and just fake confidence in a direction that will hopefully make things better. I'm just as scared, confused, uncertain, etc. as all of those around me, but there needs to be someone who is unwavering to make sure that things don't fall apart, and it might as well be me. Maturity/intelligence? I'm not so sure. So many guys say they fake it, but I've ever had to do that. I've approached women way out of my league that I've never met before, had a great conversation, got their number, and then fucked them the same night. And I'm like a 7 if you are completely wasted, 6 at best. LOL. Maybe it was drama class, and doing improv. Never bothered by going up on stage in front of a group of people with no plan at all on what I'm going to do, so approaching one person in a similar way isn't that big of a problem. Also being honest with yourself, and knowing how to give yourself constructive criticism. You have to fuck it up a lot before you can get it right. How do you keep your butts clean when you have all that hair and no natural lubrication? Seems like it would get dry and sticky stuck in the hair. Swamp ass is real and it is awful. If I'm ever grumpy and it's hot outside, there's a 90% chance it's because I feel like I'm carrying the Everglades between my ass cheeks. For me, I have to wear boxer briefs. If it's boxers, it makes everything worse. I get very sturdy toilet paper, and I shower daily. I also have a designated bar of soap for just my ass. And before anyone asks, no, I refuse to shave. I did it once and I've never had such a horrible rash in my entire life. Never again. I'd rather be grumpy than unable to do anything but squat in a cold bath. You should go to Lush Cosmetics, they've got plenty of stuff for dudes, and all of their shit is technically unisex. But there's this powdered charcoal-based deodorant called the Governor, comes in a small bottle but lasts an incredibly long time. It is amazing at preventing or heavily reducing the horror of swamp ass. Tap some into your palm, then rub it on dry skin. I find it more amazing and effective than Gold Bond or baby powder. Its scent seems to get neutralized while also neutralizing your one scent. You end up smelling like yourself plus garden dirt. More dudes need to know. Do you ever use shampoo on your beard? I have a dedicated beard shampoo and conditioner, mostly because my so doesn't like my beard to be rough and wiry. It smells like mint and feels nice. Care to share those products? I picked them up at the Art of Shaving store, but I'm sure there are plenty of other options online. Not an inappropriate question, but I'm curious. When a guy who has slept with you and you've had some sort of connection with tells you he isn't ready for a relationship, does he mean it or is he just not that interested in you? I personally listen to the statement at face value and don't read into things. If the actions don't match the words, then I'm going to bring it up. If someone said that to me, I'd want to know if that person wanted to maintain the status quo or they want to move on. I know you're looking for an answer here, but in reality there's no black and white answer. For someone like me, I'm still trying to get over an ex, so I'll sleep with other girls, but I'm not ready for a relationship. I've had to tell a couple of girls that I'm not ready for a relationship, but I really meant that. It's entirely possible I'd be into you in the coming years if something clicks, but I don't think it'll be fair to you if I'm still having these feelings for my ex. I'm sorry, but the best answer here is to communicate with him and ask why. Is he simply not ready for a relationship and could be soon, or is he just not interested? Thanks for watching. Write more topics you would like to see on my channel, I will do it. Subscribe and click on the video. Love you all, see you soon.